Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the bill.
To the bill.
Colleagues, I would encourage your support of this bill as well. I really think it's time that we begin to, as a state, make investments in public education rather than just simply funding public education. And I think the concepts that are involved in Senate Bill 909 set us on a path to be able to do that. Other people, we had some questions come up earlier about the kindergarten bill saying, well, where is that money going to come from? How are we going to get that money to the local level to fund those programs? In my mind, I see that happening through a mechanism like Senate Bill 909, which will make those targeted investments towards achievement-based programs at the local level. That's how I believe Senate Bill 248 will be implemented fully. This bill puts into place what's called the P-20 continuum, which for the first time will allow this state to focus on the entire spectrum of public education from beginning to end. And along that spectrum, the P-20 board, or the Oregon Education Investment Board, can make those targeted investments along the system at those key points to ensure that learning is happening and that achievements are being realized. And I think that's a huge concept. I think that's something that's going to put this state on the map as being a very progressive state when it comes to thinking outside the box about what public education is all about. I look forward over the next months to working with whatever task force are working on this during the interim. I look forward to continuing to work with the people in the governor's office who have been very inclusive and have been very great to work with about fleshing out this. But just as an informational item, this bill had a hearing in the Senate Education Committee, had a work session passed out in our higher ed subcommittee here in this chamber. We had an informational hearing as well. I think our committee fully vetted this as much as we are able to within this process that we have this session, and I feel good about this. Again, this is just a framework. The flesh of what 909 becomes is yet to be determined by us when we come back here in February. The task force, the design teams will be putting together what will become the flesh and bones and meat of Senate Bill 909. We'll have a chance to endorse that later. But for right now, I'm ready to give them that authority they need to move on, put this in place. We can endorse the check, if you will, in February. So that's why I would ask that you support this bill, and I think it's worth all of our backing. Thank you.